Welcome back to Powerful Motive.
In our day-to-day lives, we come across people who appear peaceful as though they are dealing with chaos of life's affairs. These are the same people who are described to be calm while everybody else is chaotic. And while they do have their say or two, they listen quite a lot. Their gentleness encompasses their veneer, which gives them an air of invincibility on account of their calmness. However, these situations may seem simple and smooth in front of everyone's eyes. It is actually quite the opposite. However, as it has been pointed out, it's very important to bear in mind that this unemotional and calm outlook can hide a great deal of passion deep within. Take, for instance, the individual who does not change their demeanor regardless of the circumstances around him. As such, this individual can appear to be a happy-go-lucky kind of person, willing to help anyone out, and a fantastic listener. They are very relaxed and hardly get worried, although this is expected, especially when dealing with other people. It does make the people they are interacting with relaxed too. But it is necessary to underline that this calmness presupposes no feelings and opinions absence. But in our case, it usually means a deep appreciation of what it is like to be angry and fight. These people are rather perceptive of what unfolds as realities of life. With them, they tend to pick things that other people might not pay attention to, such as the whispers of an argument, or strain in a meeting, or when a friend looks disappointed. They analyze these observations in their heads and approach the answers without much emotion. They don't vocal out their suffering, which makes it easy to think that they don't care, or that things are okay when they are clearly not. It is done deliberately. It is a deliberate action to spare oneself conflict situations, which are further not worth it in terms of emotional instability. They know that anger results in act of destruction, not only the property of others but also their own. The storm lies hidden in those who, unwittingly putting a pressure on such calm personalities, look into themselves. A calm individual, like anybody else, has his/her propensity or bound. Although they still may decide to take all the stress and fear in their lungs, there is always a time they cannot withstand the pressure of unshared anger. However, when this threshold is crossed, it can really become explosive. The calm person is in essence a stream that once as it flows with a gentle current, but can turn into a raging torrent, destroying everything in its wake. Suppose you have a cool-headed person in a situation where he or she is always ignored or treated unfairly. They are treated gently as if they are stupid, and when they don't respond, they are considered to have agreed. Slowly and gradually, the small complaints stack up, and each complaint is like a stone on a man's back. Finally, the dam bursts and they are overwhelmed with their emotions. When it finally fades, the flood, or burst, is rapid and considerable, just as in the case of an earthquake. Those who built up these emotions are going to be caught off guard by the anger that succeeds it. Calm people should be dealt with a lot of respect and need to be handled properly. The importance of recognizing our boundaries must be understood. They probably won't speak out when they're uncomfortable or in pain, but that doesn't mean they're not. This means that one should listen actively and also try to feel in themselves any feelings that could cause conflict in the relationship. Based on such premise, it is possible to cultivate successful relationships and feel free to share the experience of different emotions without fear of aggravation. In addition, the calm person can have an amazing level of maintainability to keep suffering and stress within its upper limit. They have learned the skill of facing the torrents of life, and thus, they are way experienced in the blank moments of life. If they do so, they are able to do it with an insight that can educate others regarding what is being experienced. It can be enlightening, and they can be able to influence others to have a different perception apart from what one is likely to experience in a given situation. We have found that the patient people in our lives occupy a particularly special place. There are things where they're staying cool, and this is a positive aspect, but at the same time, it just reminds how much the mind is an enigma. We have to be careful not to underestimate their apathy levels. The issue is that when trying to advance any further beyond the latter, we are simply stirring a hornet's nest that can engulf a lot. When we learn to accept them and approach them, this means that we make sure that we don't overstep their boundaries. We work towards winning their trust so that we can learn the many ways we can interrelate with them in ways that acknowledge the fact that emotions run deep. Finally, the calm person is not only an innocent bystander in life, he or she is a force to be reckoned with, and as unbelievable as it may sound, a force to be loved as well as a force to be feared when enraged. It is important that we accept them for being so composed, yet never forget to be wary of a storm that may be brewing in them. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment below to become part of our YouTube family. We're all about staying motivated, inspired, and pushing toward greatness together. Thank you for watching.